Hello and welcome back to All Things Money. I'm your host, David Blain. In this final segment today, we're going to talk a little bit about the role of an investment advisor or financial planner, or as we refer to ourselves in my firm as a wealth planner. What is the role? You know, people are very confused out there. You have Wall Street and the large firms, Merrill Lynch and J.P. Morgan, firms like that. You have banks. Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, everybody, you have insurance companies, you have everybody trying to give investment advice. Why is that? There's a lot of money in it. There's a lot of money in the investing world. And so you have just massive amounts of marketing bombarded at the individual consumer. And so when people feel overwhelmed or they don't have the time to do it, or as we talked about last segment, which by the way, if you missed it, head on over to our website. Once again, is dlblain.com. We post archived copies of the show there, but we see that a lot of people they don't have the temperament to do it. There's documented studies that people don't do it very well, so they go out and they look for someone to help them. And the true role of a good advisor is not widely known. There's a few firms, myself and my firm being one of them, out there that do business in what I consider the true role of an advisor. And a lot of people think it's about picking winning stocks or picking winning bonds or even picking winning mutual funds. They focus on that. And our approach that I've been promoting for a while now, and I guess you could say I'm somewhat of a convert. 20, 25 years ago, I used all individual stocks. I was picking Microsoft and Dell and Home Depot and Cisco and these type of things, and fortunately did extremely well at it. Whether it was luck or skill, you don't know. It's not a large enough data set. But as I became more knowledgeable, got educated, became a chartered financial analyst, some other things, and studied this. And even the industry as a whole, if you look at the research and academic side, has really evolved. Now, the sales side is still largely catching up, but mark my words, they will catch up, and it will look the same, but it will be disguised. Just like the fee argument. 10 years ago when I started in this industry, there was a clear line of commission people and fee people, and people that charge the fee for their advice and people that charge a commission. Well, that's all blurred now. There's everybody's charging fees, whether they're an investment advisor with a fiduciary duty to you or not. But that's a topic for another day. Anyway, so the true role of an investment advisor is not to pick stocks. It's not to forecast, global macroeconomic factors. It's not to forecast inflation. It's not to forecast interest rates. It's things like that. The true goal of advisors, the true role is they exist to get a client on a plan to reach their goals and help them keep on track. I mean, that's one sentence. It's to design a plan that will help clients reach their goals and keep them on that track. That's the thing that most people lack. It's just keeping people progressing, whether it's saving or doing whatever they need to reach their goals. It's to help them keep on that track. Just like, the medical community. I mean, a lot of doctors do perform procedures. They do operations and they mend bones and things like that. But a lot of medicine really is to help keep you on a healthy lifestyle. You go in and your arm's hurting. It's to guide you. Okay, well, if your arm is hurting and you want to get better, put some ice on it, elevate it, rest it, whatever. It's to guide you to reach that goal. The same thing with us. Sometimes people come in and their portfolio is just broken, or they have some sort of financial planning issue, is just broken, and we help sort of fix that. But the majority of what we do and what you pay a good advisor for is to design that plan and keep you on track. People ask me that, say, well, why, you manage a lot of money, you have a lot of clients, you have a good business. Why would people, especially comes from do-it-yourselfers, why would people pay you to manage money if you're not trying to pick stocks or beat the market? And that's exactly what we tell them. That's not our job. Our job is to design a plan, to reach your goals and to keep you on track to reach that plan. It's kind of boring. It's not overly exciting. It doesn't involve a lot of trading. It doesn't involve watching Kramer on CNN. It doesn't involve forecasting, the Chinese real estate market or anything like that. So a couple other things is to put space between you and your investments so that you don't make emotional decisions. I can tell you for a fact, and people need to look at, they need to know what's going on in their portfolio. They need to understand to a certain level. But I tell you, the worst people that make the worst decisions and have the lowest returns are people that look at it every day. People that look at it on a too frequent basis, they have the worst returns. They make emotional decisions. We had somebody, earlier this year, I can't even remember. I know when Bernanke started talking about interest rates and the bond market started going down and the stock market was going down, and people glued to their portfolio on a daily basis and start making these panicking decisions. And so a good investment advisor puts a buffer between you and your investments. And notice I said a good one. A bad one is over here, can rip people off. So you got to make sure you have a good one, someone that you can trust. But that's a very valuable part of what we do, is keeping that buffer. If they're also a financial planner or wealth planning, as we do, the other things, tax planning, managing your portfolio in a tax-efficient manner. If nothing else, when you think the market is going to take a 10 or 15% nosedive, factor in the taxes on that. And a lot of times you may come to a different decision. But tax planning, not just for investments, but how you structure your affairs, things like that. Retirement planning, insurance planning, estate planning, college planning, planning for your benefits at your office if you have any. All these things are the role of the investment advisor. It's providing detailed research. It's helping you make financial decisions. It's not about picking stocks and picking mutual funds. When I started in this business, I never thought that people were so obsessed with that. And the people that are so obsessed with it generally have the worst performing portfolios. Well, that's about all the time we have for today. I hope you enjoyed the show talking about the true role of an investment advisor. If you have any questions on that, please give us a call or get in contact with us. It's very important for you and your future.
The proceeding was a paid program. The opinions expressed are not necessarily those of WNBU and Inner Banks Media.